This is a big endeavor. Our folks are in overdrive live. We feel it coming together. We want our artists to thrive live. We're gonna make it all happen and do it all now and here. You can watch us whenever. Baby, this is Live and Queer. Live and Queer, Live and Queer, Live and Queer.
Welcome to Live and Queer, QCC's Queer Art Show. I'm your host, Maya Chinchilla, and we have the incredible, the amazing Noel Thomas here with us today. But before we get to them, we want to do a shout out to the incredible Irene Cara, who sang the original version of the song we used in our intro. And since that was pretty fun, here's another one of her songs you might recognize. Me. First, can you subscribe, like and share, we will grow, and our channel will reach lots of folks round the world. What a feeling, you're all believing in our little show, you all really love the queers. All right. That was ridiculous, but the things I do in the name of entertainment. My guest today is a much better singer than me, so I'll leave the singing to them for the rest of the show. Don't worry. Let's bring them on and hear what they have to say. Please help me welcome Noel Thomas, everyone. Yay! Hello! Oh my gosh, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for gracing us with this luminous presence.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me. And you look gorgeous as well. The hair is laid and sitting. I love it. The curls.
I try.
Yes.
Oh, I try. Yes. So I'm just really excited to talk to you about your artistry, your work, and, anything else you want to talk about today. But first, let's see a little bit of you in action. We have a video of you singing What About Love from The Color Purple.
That to me, who's floating away, lifted up to the clouds by a kiss, never felt nothing like this. Is that for me? I don't recognize. Love's the one thing I knew all about. I had it all figured out. But what about trust? And what about tenderness? What about tears when I'm happy? What about wings want you to be a story for me that I can believe in forever. And what about love? Will you be my light in the storm? Will I see a new world in your eyes? With you my whole spirit rise. But what about hope? And what about joy? What about tears when I'm happy? What about wings when I fall? I want you to be a story for me that I can believe in forever. And what about love? And what about you and me? What about love?
Oh my gosh, chills, girl. I mean, I felt it like you have me on the verge of tears. I've heard it already, and even hearing it again, like, talent.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Really, those lyrics always stick out for me. Anybody who sings it, I mean, just the last thing, just being love. A song once said, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Like, we still need love right now to this day. And that song holds so much weight.
Yeah, and it's this iconic book from Alice Walker, made movie, then musical. I was lucky enough to see it in Oakland. I mean, and can you remind me, is it Celie or Suge who's singing? Or
I believe Celie is singing this song.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's, and there's queer themes that come out more in the book and the musical than the movie.
Right. And even in the movie, it was still wild to see. I saw it as a kid, and just that's not really in those type of movies, especially from that time. But the queer people, we've always been here, baby. We've always been on the scene. And so just that little nugget in the movie to be that mainstream and that globally, known, or at least I like to think it's globally around the world known, that it's just a little piece to show that we've always been here. It's still beautiful, but in that sort of situation, it's hard to live, which is real as well. It's very much real life.
Yeah, absolutely. And the artistry that can come from those kinds of experiences, Yeah. Oh, thank you for bringing that love to us today.
Always.
Yes. And so I wanted to talk a little bit more about your background, your influences. I did see that you once auditioned for American Idol season 3. Is that right?
I did. And what an experience it was. I'm telling you, it was crazy. It's not what you think on TV. Like, I mean, I signed the NDA, but I'm not spilling no tea I can't spill.
Okay.
So we good.
Okay.
But it's crazy because you got to go to your first audition, which is not the actual judge's audition, which most people think, right? It starts with like your hometown audition, and that's like a bunch of cubicles where 5 people walk in at the same time. They'll be like, okay, you sing. Okay, you sing. Okay, now you sing. And then they're like, you two stay. Give me something else. Okay, you stay. And you can go. It's very much like that. It's very like the industry very much either you got it or you don't, and that may not even be the case, because after that they send you to the storyboard people, they want to hear your story, then they send you to some producers, they want to talk to you, and then you got to have FaceTimes with people and to sing for them. They do the full screening process before you even get close to the judges. But I was lucky enough to make it to Hollywood Week, so I was very happy about that.
Oh my gosh, I like the bravery that it takes, to even just do auditions in general. But I mean, how fun, just to have that experience, and it's just wow. And you've also been in lots of musicals. You're Chorizo Soup. We're excited. My dog is here. He's like, we played that song and he woke up and he was like, "Mama, what's that music?" But he's like, it's beautiful. But yeah, you've been in lots of plays and musicals. You've been a musical director for a children's conservatory. Can you tell us a little bit more about your life experience and your resume? Like, you have a strong resume.
Thank you. Well, I mean, it's funny because I accidentally found musical theater. Like, in high school, I started at just like a regular high school playing football, a freshman year, varsity lineman.
Okay.
And then I went to a music school, and that's where I was all like, oh, different color people, there's different walks of life around here, And it was just an eye-opening experience to be like, oh, okay, so it's not that bad being queer. Because, I mean, it's art school. You're going to get what you're going to get at an art school. We love our arts, And so it was beautiful to see just growing up in it in that sense. But I was there for just singing, which was a surprise to me as well. No one knew I could sing. I didn't even know. But I started to sing to some songs. They were like, we got to get you into some art. And they did it. So I'm so thankful for my grandmother and my mother, because they heard it. They were like, let's get this together. Let's put you in some singing stuff. Get me into that school. Flash forward to my junior year, this organization called the Peter Pan Foundation came to the school doing a show called Hairspray.
Ooh.
Yeah, well known. Did a live version, all the other ones. And so my twin wanted to audition, and she was like, well, I'm not going to audition if you don't audition. I said, well, I'll audition if you do, okay? And if that makes you go, I'll go audition. Me not thinking I'm about to get cast, because I never thought my voice was anything special. I was just like, I just enjoy singing and I enjoy the feeling it gives me, but I didn't think like, oh, I can go make a career out of this. I can go move people with this.
Right.
And so I walk in, I sing for the panel. Next thing you know, we're both cast in the show. And that experience alone set me on this track that I am on now of just feeling the love of theater and the family of theater. It was something like I've never felt before. And that, I was like, if this is what theater is, musical theater, I can't leave. Because this is giving me the butterflies. I'm giddy again. I want to sing. I want to go to rehearsal. I want to do the shows. I love the audience feeling something after seeing a show and they get an impact on it. And so that's what really got me onto the path of musical theater. And through that, I met different people, met people who worked at different conservatories, and they're like, hey, we're looking for a music director or a vocal director. And so that's how I kind of got into the more musical directing for children's conservatories, because I've worked with like Bay Area Children's Theater and Hillburn Theater Conservatory, and just really bounced around. And so it's been nice to get all sides of musical theater, because it's not just the stage, there's the directing half of it there. I've been choreographing some stuff, there's the making your own shows, which I write my own cabarets and stuff. And so putting that into the children and giving them something that they can feel like how I felt inspired at a much earlier age, that's what, seeing their faces light up is the most beautiful thing. I worked at a school in Richmond, actually, with the Disney program, and they give lower income schools a free musical to do. And so,
oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I know they get to pick the musical, and then it's like a 3-year process. So the first year is free, and then they have us to help them on the process. The next year, we don't help, they get another free one, and then it's on their own. So if they've never done a musical before, it's like kind of like a little work-in training camp. And so I did The Lion King with my baby.
Oh, yes, The Lion King.
Oh,
wow.
That one. It's so good. And of course, they all knew it as well. It was a school in Richmond, so it was predominantly Black and Latinx people. And so I was very excited to work with that, because I've mostly been in like areas like Orinda, which is a bit more, Caucasian in that area, not much color out there. But I mean, they're still babies. They still need love and music. But it's
Right.
nice to go back home and give it to also, my people, my family,
Right.
and just seeing their faces the first time knowing they could all sing together. When kids don't realize that they can sing in harmony real easy.
Wow.
It's crazy. But every time I see their faces, every time they sing something, or it's really when they get on stage after that first night and they hear the audience roar for them, their love and their
Yes.
family,
Yeah.
that makes it all worth it every time, that final bow.
Yes, and that magical feeling, of being in the arts, and it's like life skills though too, being able to work together, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, making something, the show must go on, make it happen,
Yes.
from beginning to end. That is so amazing because of also, much arts has been cut from our schools. So bringing that to other young people especially. Yeah, and they can go on to either continue in that path or they can use those skills for something else. But what an incredible experience. Do you have a favorite musical or role or like dream role of yourself that you've talked about The Lion King, I mean, Color Purple. Are there certain musicals that you're just like, I would love to be in that one, or that's my favorite one to just, see over and over again?
I will go favorite role, and that was when I played Deloris Van Cartier in Sister Act. And I was in San Francisco, and that was a role that I was not expecting to ever play, because originally played by the marvelous Patina Miller. The voice is golden.
Yes.
And just to step into those shoes, a role that blindsided me, but it was my director who had the vision. It was forget their last name, but they were like, I'm gonna do Sister Act, you're Deloris when I do it. Right? Okay? You good? And I was like, let's do it. Let me know when it's time, and I got you. And at this time, I was in Vegas working at a cab company. I was the supervisor for Seattle Yellow Cab Dispatch in Vegas, though.
Okay.
And so I had to ask for 2-3 months off to do the show, but I was all like, I can't pass this moment up. I can't pass this role up. And being with that cast, it was truly a sisterhood of people. And the cast, as usual, families come from theater, and you always have your little family of theater here, your little family theater here, and that was one of them. That was for sure one.
Oh, that's amazing. And just in your opinion, I love musicals, I love movies, I love all kinds of stuff, but what is it specifically about, theater or musicals in particular that queer folks gravitate to? What do you think that's about?
I think it's the joy of it and the freeness of it. It doesn't take itself too serious. It can make a joke and then have a real moment and then go back into making a joke, because many queer people, we've had to go through hard times, and sometimes laughing pulls us out of those dark places or hard times. And so theater is that. It's that burst of joy. It's that little endorphins you get seeing that final bow of these people who put the work in to get to this point. I think it's the dedication that it takes. It's the outcome that you get after the dedication. It's all that into one. Because every time, it's going to be a good time. If there's musicals playing, there's going to be some sing-alongs, there's going to be some dancing. It's going to be a fun night.
It's like, what? They're breaking out in song and
Right,
dance? What?
right. I don't know what to do. I know my choreo, always ready. That's just our everyday. I feel like we all lived a bit of High School Musical in our regular life,
Right. I often break out into song. What a feeling. You also, what I know is that you have, you come from a tradition, or you like gospel, but also you have a incredible range from a low baritone. Can you talk a little bit about your influences and about gospel and that range? Where does that come from? Like you said, you didn't even know you had that until somebody saw that in you.
Yeah. So it's really funny because I did. I used to only sing like a baritone bass area in high school. That's only what I sung in choir. I couldn't sing past a tenor note, but I always wanted to sing higher. And so, coming from the gospel world, which is like just my base of like my grandmother, they're from Texas. My grandmother's born in Texas, but they moved out here, so I was born out here. But country Southern family, and then having that gospel is just my roots of what I grew up in. And the music is I don't know how to explain it, how it kind of just is powerful but has a soft sweetness to it, the harmonies that come out of it, the vowel shapes that are made to make certain noises. Like, it's an art within itself. Like, for opera, that's some people think, which I also love opera, but like how opera has its like, they have that shape, you go, it's the different sounds. They each have their own culture and technique to it, and it's just, that's another fun piece of it, that musical theater, you sprinkle a little of that in, and then you got a whole nother layer to your story, to the whole experience. And it just comes from a place of loving music, honestly. Even when I was a baby, I used to know who my grandmother was calling just off the dial tones. She used to go like, doot, 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 and I'd be like, why are you calling my mama? She'd be like, how you know? And I'd be like, I heard the numbers you dialed. So, and I was like, and it clicked in that I had a little bit of musical ear, but they got there. But it was very nice to actually finally get to hear what I heard in musicals and take that elsewhere and like put a little gospel here, a little musical here, do a combination, and like that's like a good gumbo pot. It's not just one thing, it's a whole bunch of things together. And I feel like that's like when you get some beautiful magic, much like painting or art. You put a bunch of different colors together, you get a beautiful picture. So it was more so just trying to put the two versions of me, or two places that have the most meaning to me together. And that's how I kind of got my stretch of a range, is because I wanted to sing those high notes that they sung as the sopranos. I wanted to hit those alto notes, but then slide down and be a baritone every now and then, it gives that versatility to do almost anything that you can think of, really, because it's like a big playground. They're like, here's all your toys you can play with and have fun, really.
Yeah, and you've played different roles, different genders, with different vocal ranges. I mean, that having that range of voice and also range of being able to play all, a variety of genders, is that something, that seems pretty unique. Do you want to talk a little bit more about how gender plays into your performance and your experience?
Absolutely. It's very interesting, because when I first did, I believe it was Mama Morton, I was surprised to be playing that role as well, because I'm not of a mother's age yet, but I always just give that older motherly feeling on stage, which I love. That's how I am in real life too. And so I usually get cast in those positions, but I've also played things like Audrey 2, if you know Little Shop of Horrors, the plant that's like a very bass sort of voice, but then like can riff up and then come back down and then like give some growl to it. So it was very interesting to play both and seeing the audience reaction, because for me, theater is a role. I'm playing a character, this is not me. This is not the person. So no matter what I'm playing on stage, people have to remember, you're seeing a show. When you go see a movie and you see Batman, the person in the Batman suit, when you see them on the street, that's not Batman still, right?
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, how I am in my everyday life. Like, if you know me as B. Noel Thomas, then I am B. Noel Thomas. And when you see me on stage as Beetle Bamford or Audrey 2, I am in that moment, that character. But that, it's starting to get to the place where now it's being more, oh yes, a trans woman can play Elphaba, somebody can play Seymour, and get the colors nice and beautiful in there, get different cultures.
How does some of those differences, like, do you want to sing a little?
Let's see.
Of either one of those?
Would you like a Cadillac car? Or I guess I don't jackpot. How about a date with Hattie Lamar? You gonna get it. How'd you like to be a big wheel? Dining out for every meal. I'm the plant who can make it all real. You gonna get it.
Yes.
So that's like a little bit of the plan, you know.
Yes. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, can I call you up and you sing to me?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so tell me a little bit. You are also Fresh Meat's 2022 Fresh Works Commission Artist.
Yes.
What is it like to be a part of that? And also, I would just like to say Fresh Meat is actually a sponsor of Live and Queer. So, is this butch enough? Thanks, Fresh Meat.
Yes.
So what's that like?
It's been really nice because everybody's so lovely there, and they're so just ready for whatever vision I have. They just reached out to me. Well, I had met somebody at another event I was at, like a Christmas time event, and they were like, "Oh, I'm going to be in contact with you, so we should exchange emails and stuff." Heard from them, and just reading what they were about and what they were ready to do, I was very excited because they were like, "What's your vision? Whatever it is, we're going to go for that. And if we can't, we're going to get real close." And I was like, just usually in theater, being the actor, you have the director, you have the music director, there's people over you. So your decisions are kind of made for you in a sense, in a director sense, but they were just very much open to everything. They were like, give us your biggest ideas, and if we have to trim it down, or if you need to trim it down, don't worry about it. We are here for you. And it's just been such a nice experience to be working with them. So I want to thank them again and again for having me, because I'm so excited. It's going to be good. It's going to be more of my neo-soul area, too. Going to sprinkle a little bit of musical theater, but a little bit of, flowetry in there. A little bit of Patti LaBelle,
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. And that's what happens when we are able to give artists some support to, do their thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And speaking of doing your thing, you have another show coming up in San Jose. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. At San Jose Playhouse, it will be Cage Aux Folles, and I will be playing Chantal in there. I'll be a classical soprano. So you see, I do it's just picking the little pieces from different parts of my life and meshing them together, and it's so much fun to be in that. I had a friend in the cast who reached out to me, was like, "Hey, we need somebody who can hit a high B." I was all like, "Okay, what they need?" I was like, "You want me to send some videos?" They were like, "Yeah, okay." They were like, "Do you have a dance reel?" Sent that too. For all the future and upcoming actors and actresses, make sure you got your reels together, because that's really, and now in these ages too, with send me in this, give me a video of this. You just want to have them at hand, and so I just made reels so that I could always send them out. And they wanted to meet, and they were like, "Would you like it?" And I was like, "Yes." And we've been rehearsing hardcore, getting these dance moves, because I'm one of the cages, and so it's pretty much one of the chorus girls. So I get think Vegas, think nice big costumes, big hair, lots of leg, lots of it's very Harvey Fierstein was one of the writers. So marry him. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us today, B. This has been amazing. Thank you for sharing, a little bit of your artistry with us today. And B will be in La Cage at San Jose Playhouse in April, and she will be a part of Fresh Works by Fresh Meat Productions later this year. You can find her on Instagram at B Noel Thomas. So follow her for updates. And then we'll put all the links in the descriptions. So, okay, that's our show for today. See you next time.